Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look at Phantom. This is a request that I get a lot actually recently, but more important, I can totally see why. It's one of the few coins that's actually doing fairly well in the light of Bitcoin retracing. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is pulling back pretty significant and or likely to pull back further, so we could very well see a reversal here soon, but we are still maintaining above this point of control here, which is about 68 cents if you look all the way back, since we've been in this range from December of last year, maybe last year's worth of data here, we can kind of see that things are looking fairly positive in that regard. Now, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves just because we have that one factor, but there's a lot of other contributing factors that may also be present we want to look at too. Just know in the back end that Bitcoin is pulling back, and we gotta understand that that's going to be a contributing factor here. Okay, so we got some liquidation levels pulled up here. Let me go and refresh this and just say thank you so much for always hitting the like button and or subscribing to the channel. Deeply appreciate that. Obviously, you've been watching for a while. Thank you again so much for the continued support. We've got a really cool group of folks here. I've got a Discord. If you're curious, jump on over there. Really good group of folks. We took some nice profits here as well from an ICP short. We got a short open from Bitcoin right now, halfway to our profit target. So things are looking pretty up and up. But with Phantom, the question is it worth taking along right now? So if we do take a look here, let me go ahead and pull this up. Sorry, I got refreshed incorrectly there. We can kind of see with liquidation, there's a lot to the upside. This is more short term. So here's the thing. On the left-hand side is the last 7 days of liquidation. The right side is the last 30 days. So we look in the last 7 days, there's tons of people shorting. Makes sense. Coin's overextended, it kind of double topped out, and now it's pulling back. So just know if the price were to continue higher, a lot of shorts are going to have a bad day. The reason why this is important, though, is simply because liquidation tells us where areas of interest are. And at this point here, 72 to 78 cents seems like that area that people feel comfortable taking a short. If we look here, we can see back on October 1st, the price was up about 77 cents as a close approximate. That's where the most amount of liquidation is at. Okay, so people feeling comfortable with their short at 77 cents. Why they still have their positions open is beyond me. All right, when you have a price action moving really hard and essentially sweeping all the areas of liquidation just below yours, you should be very careful holding a short position open. Now again, Phantom's looking very strong. That's mainly the reason why I say that. There's tons of liquidation on the downside too, so keep that in mind. This isn't just a one-sided story. We do start getting closer to that 60-cent range. I think longs should be concerned. But for right now, shorts should be very, very cautious in taking a short right now. But I get it too. Keep this in mind, Bitcoin is looking pretty sad, and there's a decent chance we will see Bitcoin continue to pull back. We have a potential fake out. Actually here, probably best just to kind of throw this up here. This is my Bitcoin analysis from earlier. We're in a bearish rectangle breaking down. Price is now at about 61.6, so we're down here in this range already. Okay, so again, Bitcoin not doing well. And if that continues to not do well, then Phantom will pull back. We can see this doji candle, this gravestone doji candle here so far today. Not really a good look. Let's pull up some macro fibs here and kind of see what's going on. Just give us perspective here. And we can tighten this up a little bit. There we go. All right, cool. So we can see an obvious rejection at this 0.618 fib level. It's that local point of control as well. Well, actually, no, depending on how far you zoom out. If you zoom out, you include this previous data, you'll see the macro point of control is just above us. We're right in that range no matter how you look at it, so we're coming up against a resistance. This could very well be the beginning of a cup and handle pattern, which does seem to be like, these actually have very, very high success rates. So keep in mind, this is not a guarantee by any stretch, but if Bitcoin does recover, I think that Phantom's going to break out. It would make sense from a standpoint here. Just again, we've retested that 0.618 fib level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times, maybe, right in that range, 11, 12. That's a lot, okay? We're more likely to break through that. Once again, we just got to wait for Bitcoin to kind of pull its head out of its ass and essentially, consider the fact that Phantom will still pull back if Bitcoin does. At least if Bitcoin pulls back the way I expect it to, then I think we're going to see, a decent pullback. Keep in mind, if just say that invalidates itself, right? This Phantom starts pulling back, cup and handle pattern doesn't work out because Bitcoin is an aggressive sell-off. It goes down to like 61, 60K, which is very much a likelihood. Then our local low, our local high, this area here, that would be the new low. So this 0.382, maybe 53 cents, that would be an area of consideration. So I'm gonna arbitrarily set an alert there and essentially consider taking a trade at that range if the trade, if Bitcoin has bottomed out at that point. Again, there's no guarantee we're even going to come down that low. It's pretty aggressive, but I'm just throwing it out there. Those are the kind of trades I like to take, just based on the simple sense that you're more likely to find success at key level supports than you are to try to take a long at the top when Bitcoin's ready to pull back. If Bitcoin was doing well right now, I'd say all in Phantom you should take a long. Once again, that's just a macro perspective. Let's dive into the small RNC. We bounced off 50 on the RSI here locally. That's fantastic. Money flow index above the price action. That is a very, very green sign. That's a good thing. Stochastic is swinging up. MACD is trying to converge. Like, this coin is ready to take off. There's no other way around it. However, we look at the 4-hour time frame, that may tell us a different story, which it doesn't. It's the same story, same scenario. We're above all moving averages. Obviously, this red candle here is because Bitcoin is starting to lose itself. And we have a ton of volume here. In fact, when you see this high of volume and it's somewhat of a doji candle, that generally implies reversal. So keep in mind, we got somewhat of resistance here at the 70 to 71 cents. We've known that for a while. Obviously, from a macro perspective, that's our 0.618 fib level, our golden pocket. Cool, normal stuff. We're over 50 on the RSI here, still very positive. Losing that could change the dynamic. Money flow is still high. MACD is trying to diverge and stochastic is diverging. So we're basically just letting us know we've hit our short-term shelf, short-term high, and there's no reason to consider a long at this exact moment, even though most contributing factors here are present. Hourly time frame, Ichimoku cloud, still maintaining above the cloud, but again, with Bitcoin pulling back, I don't trust this right now. The lagging span soon to break free from the price action, and conversion line is intersecting with the baseline soon. So this basically tells us that we're in a transition. And what do you know, folks? When you have conflicting information, both things are, one's going up, one's going down, and you're like at a 50-50 split, or even like a 60-40, 70-30 right now. Even though we're mostly bullish, there's no reason to take a long position right now. If you do take a long, it's just more so just kind of a higher risk long. It's not like you're going to find more success potentially going long with this coin. Just know if Bitcoin doesn't bottom out, continues to run, we will see Phantom drop pretty hard. And if it does, then again, I would say the next key fib levels would make sense. Logically speaking, 61 cents and or 54 would be the next two potential considerations for long. But it just seems too risky to try to take a long right now in the face of all this nonsense that Bitcoin's giving us. You're better off waiting. So I know, and if you're offended by me saying you should wait, you're probably in the wrong place. Maybe go watch some other Moon Boys going to tell you what you want to hear. The truth is, you oftentimes have to hear what you don't want to hear in crypto in order to learn and to grow. So I hope that you found some benefit here. Other way, thanks again so much for watching. Make sure you reference Bitunix Phenomenal Exchange, link down below for some excellent reward bonus if you use my link to register. I mean, $200 on $1,000, that's easy, folks. And again, all you had to do is use my link to register in the past or now, and you'll be eligible for that. They've done that like 3 times this year. So folks, take advantage, easy money, awesome stuff. They're a great exchange too, no KYC or VPN. Other than that, I thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.